And you kind of mentioned like this, but like just if we can make a summary of the Asha's question, which is about for people who want to do cybersecurity, are there any characteristics that you can say are necessary or useful for them to have following the characteristics to do this job? Like, like character and the way how you deal with the job. I think
so it's going to be going back to what kind of cybersecurity. Remember the elephant, which type of work you do. I think in general, one is the desire to learn. If you don't have desire to learn, it's going to be very hard to do cybersecurity because stuff are changing all the time. So have this curiosity, how stuff work. I think it's important. And also a bit of a hunger for work, for knowledge, and sometimes being creative. There's kids or adults, like they see something, how it's working, like, okay, I'm going to use it. And sounds like, oh, I want to poke around. I want to understand how it's actually working. I want to understand, what if I do this? What if I do that? So this is important part in certain part of cybersecurity. Like if you're an auditor, for example, you have a set of rules and you need to audit by these rules because you're trying to be compliant with certain criteria. But learning is one, curiosity is two. I think the soft skills and the emotional intelligence taking quite a lot of percentage of the skills. If you're in a technical role, definitely have a technical role and understanding. Approach to problems. So approach to problems and how to fix problems, it's very important because, let me give you an example. Let's say I take this cable. You don't see the cable, but pretend I have a cable. Let's say I have a problem with this cable. I can start poking around in the middle of the cable, or I can go from one part of the cable and go 1, 2, 3. So I'm approaching to the problem in a serial manner and not just trying to jump from one to another. So this is approaching to how to fix problems and not just go all over the place. So methodology and understand how it's working. Now, you may not have it, but you can develop it and learn it, understand you need it. So there's a couple of ideas here. And I mentioned soft skills is basically people skills because you need to communicate with people. And here's one that will be important later on. Learning, and this is, you have to learn it. You're not going to have it. You don't have it right away. You have to develop it. I develop it. My friends develop it. Learn how to communicate technical problems in a simple language. When you come to a manager or to a business owner and start talking cryptic language about protocols, IPs, ports, encryption, they don't understand this jargon. They don't understand these acronyms. You need to translate technical information to normal English, simple English, or to business language. For example, Mr. Customer, if you're not going to deploy antivirus, you may have viruses on your laptops, and you have viruses on your laptops, you're going to have a problem and availability because you people are not able to do work. So by not doing this, your business will be impacted. And by guess what? You're going to be losing so much money an hour. It's just an example. I just want to make it complicated. So ability to translate and convert technical skills to business, technical knowledge, information to business, and normal English is important.